Good morning to all. Myself is Mrs. S. Sangeeta, working as an assistant professor in Kongonadu College of Engineering and Technology. So, in this class, we are going to see the subject called cloud computing. So, in Unit 2, the title is Cloud Enabling Technologies. So, in Unit 2, we are going to see one of the important topic called service oriented architecture. Actually, the service oriented architecture, it's nothing but it's a collection of services. These services communicate with each other, and the communication can involve either simple data passing or it could involve two or more services coordinating some activity. Some means of connecting services to each other is needed. The service oriented architecture is the stage in the evolution of application development or integration. It defines a way to make software components reusable using the interfaces. So here some of the terms are used like service provider and service consumer. The service provider is the maintainer of the service and the organization that makes available one or more services for others to use. The next one is service consumer. The service consumer can locate the service metadata in the registry and develop the required client components to bind and use the service. Actually, what is the service? A service is a function that is well defined, self contained, and does not depend on the context or state or of other services. Connections. The technology of web services is the most likely connection technology of service oriented architectures. So, this diagram illustrates about service oriented architecture. So the service consumer is requesting some service to the service provider. Based on the request received, the service provider is providing the service to the service consumer. The web services which are built as per the SOA architecture are more independent. The web services themselves can exchange data with each other, and because of the underlying principles on which they are created, they don't need any sort of human interaction, and also don't need any code of modifications. So benefits of SOA. So the language neutral integration, regardless of the developing language used, the system offers and invokes services through a common mechanism. The programming language neutralization is one of the key benefits of SOA's integration approach. And then component reuse. Once an organization built an application component and offered it as a service, the rest of the organization can utilize that service. So the next one is organization's agility. So here SOA meets some organizational requirements which can be recombined and integrated rapidly. The next one is leveraging existing system. This is one of the major use of SOA, and it classifies elements or functions of existing applications and make them available to the organizations or enterprise. So other than these benefits, we have some more benefits also like service reusability, easy maintenance, platform independent, availability, reliability, and scalability. Okay. So here we have given some layers of SOA. So we will see each layer. The first one is consumer interface layer. These are GUI based applications for the end users accessing the applications. The next one is business process layer. These are the business use cases in terms of applications. The next one is service layer. So these are whole enterprise in service inventory. Service component layer, they are used to build the services such as functional and technical libraries. Operational systems layer, it contains the data model. The next one is SOA governance. So SOA governance mainly focuses on managing business services. So everything should be characterized as a service in an organization. So here the governance mainly focuses on elimination with the good understanding of service and organizational data and processes in order to choose approaches and processes for policies for monitoring and generate performance impact. So this is the SOA architecture protocol. So here also we have four main components such as messaging, description, quality of service, and business processes. So business processes, business process execution language for web services. In quality of service, reliability, transactions management, and description, web services description language is given. And for messaging, SOAP and XML are used, and other protocols and services are also used. So here it lies the protocol stack of SOA, showing each protocol along with their relationship among each protocol. These components are often programmed to comply with SCA, that is Service Component Architecture. These components are written in BPEL, which is called Business Process Execution Language, Java, C#, XML, etc. Okay, now we will discuss about some of the disadvantages of SOA. So high overhead, here the high overhead decreases the performance as it increases the load and response time. And then a huge investment on SOA, a huge initial investment is required for SOA. And then complex service management. When the services interact, they exchange messages to tasks. The number of messages may go in millions. That's why it becomes a tedious task to handle a large number of messages. Okay, students, I hope you understood the topic service-oriented architecture. Thank you for listening.